දැන් පුළුල් ආවරණයක් සමග
IWS Aviation.
A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Government to address issues of the local coconut oil industry. Stock market stability depends on how well Sri Lanka faces COVID-19 surge. First capital stressors. News in detail. According to the dealers, the Sri Lankan rupee was rated wider at 200 to 204 levels in the 1-month dollar, while the bond yield remained unchanged in the trading today. Sri Lanka's rupee closed around 201 to 203 in the 1-month forward market yesterday. According to central bank reports, the average dollar telegraphic transfers prices at commercial banks as of yesterday were 199 rupees and 40 cents to sell and 193 rupees and 40 cents to buy. As attested by dealers, bond yields remained unchanged in the secondary market. Bonds maturing on 15 December 2022 was quoted at 6 with a percentage of 5% on Friday, up from 5.95 to 5% yesterday. Bonds maturing on 15 November 2023 was quoted flat at 6.55 with a percentage of 60% on Friday from Thursday. Bonds maturing on 15 December 2024 was quoted at 6.85 with a percentage of 7% on Friday, steady from 6.85 to 95% on Thursday. A bond maturing on 1st May 2025 was quoted at 7 with a percentage of 20% on Friday, steady from 7 to 15% on Thursday. A bond maturing on 1st February 2026 was quoted at 7.25 with a percentage of 50% on Friday, down from 7.30 to 45% on Thursday. A bond maturing on 15th August 2027 was quoted at 7.65 with a percentage of 85% on Friday, up from 7.60 to 90% on Thursday. Chairman of the Industrial Development Board of Sri Lanka, Upasena Dissanayake, states that the Ministry of Industry has recognized key issues in the coconut oil industry in the country and has taken various steps to address those. Speaking to the media yesterday, Chairman of IDB, Upasena Dissanayake, said that the Cabinet has given the approval to the Industrial Ministry to import raw materials to cover the deficit through its commercial arm. The chairman of IDB also claimed that the instructions are being given to suspend the Gazette notification that allows the adulteration of coconut oils. He also said that extending the time to repay debts and refraining from taking legal action against those debts would help to ease the debt pressure in the local coconut oil industry.
The support of the government and the cabinet to resolve the fundamental issues in this industry. In that sense, Cabinet has granted the Industrial Ministry to import raw material deficit, to cover the deficit of raw material, to import raw material through its commercial arm of BCC. And then Honourable Minister has instructed and given the directions that the Gazette notification which allowed the adulteration of coconut oil to be suspended. Thirdly, debt burden of the industries to be addressed by giving them time period without auctioning their properties.
Addressing the media, Chairman of the Sri Lanka Industrial Development Board, Upasena Dissanayake, also stated that the importation of all crude or unrefined oil should be prohibited. Furthermore, he said that the government's primary aim is to import raw materials and refine them in Sri Lanka, allowing for better control of process and efficiency.
Importation of all such crude oils, unrefined oils, should be banned. Instead importing the finished product, oil, the government aim is to import the raw material and do the processing here so that we can control the process and the quality. Thereby, the consumer will have healthy product to consume. So today our objective of this discussion is to aware all of you that these steps has been taken to uplift this industry, and these results will very soon be visible as the procurement process of this raw material logistic has been finalized and it is at the last stage.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
මගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය ආදරෙන් සුරකින්න මම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ එකෝ ටැබ්ලට්. ඔයාලගේත් වාහනයට බය නැතුව එකෝ ටැබ්ලට් පාවිච්චි කරන්න.
ඔබගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය ආදරෙන් සුරකින්න ඉකෝ ටැබ්ලට්ස් භාවිතා කරන්න.
Welcome back after the break. The President's Media Division yesterday informed that the chemical fertilizer imports will be fully banned in Sri Lanka in the near future. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, addressing a meeting at the President's house, said that immediate steps would be taken to ensure that only organic fertilizer will be used in the country's agriculture sector. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has claimed that preserving human and animal life is more important than increasing crop yields with chemical fertilizers, and that chemical fertilizer imports will be halted as soon as possible. He also urged officials to establish a local method for producing carbon-based fertilizers. President added that the harm to human life caused by the contamination of reservoirs, canals and groundwater with chemical fertilizers outweigh the benefits of providing a better yield. Speaking at the meeting, President also asserted that the cost of treating these patients as well as the effect of chemical fertilizers on human lives remains high, and that in order to create a safe and prosperous citizenry, the government must ensure that citizens have access to a non-toxic and nutritious diet. Head of Research at First Capital Holdings, Dimantha Matthews, says that with the appreciation of the rupee in the beginning of the week, the stock market showed a significant dip in material sector and capital good companies. Speaking further, he also stated that the stock market was on a negative territory this week as a result of the surging number of COVID-19 cases reported.
We saw a significant dip taking place, especially in the material sector companies and selected capital goods companies, while also there was impact for some of the apparel companies as well listed in the market. So with this, the overall market was on a negative territory, and with the market was starting to stabilize towards the mid of the week. However, then we had another problem of a potential third wave coming in, and with this, the number of positive COVID-19 patients has been on the rise, with around 500 patients coming in on Wednesday and over 600 patients coming in on Thursday, which was a significant negative impact for the market.
Meanwhile, Head of Research at First Capital Holdings, Dimantha Matthews, says that there will be a lot of volatility in the upcoming week with an overall negative impact on the stock market. Speaking to the Art Television exclusively, he also added that stock market stability depends on how well Sri Lanka faces the upcoming COVID-19 surges.
There is likely to be a negative impact coming in place due to the COVID-19 factor and the third wave escalating. So everything depends on how the weekend will take place, and we feel that volatility will be there in the index in the upcoming week. However, it is important to note that there will be a buying interest most likely coming into specific selected counters. And also we feel that there will be renewed interest coming into the dollar income companies as the rupee starts to depreciate again. We've seen already the rupee weakening after the initial sharp appreciation early last week.
We'll be right back with the stock updates.
This is one way of showing convenience, and MySLT is just another name for convenience. Services here, there, and everywhere. Now brought onto MySLT. Access all of SLT Mobitel services through one app. SLT Mobitel, the connection.
විශේෂ අවශ්‍යතා සහ සුවිශේෂී දක්ෂතා ඇති උපකාර අත්‍යවශ්‍ය දරුවන්ට මුළු මහත් රටක දිරිය දෙමින් ඔවුන්ගේ වාසනාවට හේතුවක් වෙන එකම ලොතරැයිය.
දරුදිරි සම්පත හේතු වාසනා වේවා.
Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped by 95.26 points to close at 7,232.65, and the S&P SL20 dropped by 52.42 points to close at 2,879.17. The turnover was 2.3 billion rupees and over 103 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for today. Join with us again on Sunday for the weekly Biz Roundup at 6:30 p.m. Have a great weekend. Good night.
State of Business was sponsored by
ඔබගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය